All right, we'd like to welcome you to today's edition of the program, Crime Watch Loaded. Don't forget that every Tuesday we are here live with our repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. You can follow us on the GoTV channel 104, of course, Star Times channel 114. The program is Crime Watch Reloaded. My name is Festus Alenkhe. This program also runs on radio, talking of the FM arm of it now, at 6:30 p.m. every Tuesday. Today, let's really go through what's going to be seen here today. We have this special visit by the outgoing Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 5 here in Benin City. He hardly visited Edo State Police Command Headquarters here in Benin. A moment after that, we also witnessed the valedictory speech of the AIG Zone 5. I'm talking of AIG Shola David, who finally said goodbye to the police force. And then we also have this other story too, which has to do with the ongoing fracas right now at Uronigbe in Edo State. Something happened at the end of December 2020, and now it has snowballed into 2021, and a lot of destruction is taking place right now in that part of the state. And quickly, we take you to this suspect, which has to do with the kidnapping case. He hardly was arranged by someone as an artisan, and guess what happened? Moments after that, he returned back and got the man kidnapped that same day. And then if we have enough time, quickly we take you to these two suspects that stole a car where they were supposed to panabit the car and thereafter spray it thoroughly, but he didn't do that. Instead, he stole the car and took it to Port Harcourt in Rivers State. These are all you're going to be having today due to the course of our program, Crime Watch Reloaded. We'll take a short break as usual. The program, Crime Watch Reloaded, will be right back after this time out. The outgoing Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 5, talking of AIG Shola David, hardly visited Edo State Police Command Headquarters in Benin, and his mission there was to counsel the policemen to ensure that they fight criminals to stand still, to ensure that they do their work diligently, to ensure that they keep to the tenets of policing in the Federation. We hardly captured that here in Benin. AIG Shola David said the police force is an institution with dignity. He urged officers and men of the Zone 5 Police Headquarters in Benin City to ensure that they perform. AIG Shola David stated that the police is responsible for internal security and urged them to be more visible. He said criminals must not be allowed to operate in any part of Edo State freely. AIG Shola David disclosed that every black spots that serve as a breeding ground for criminals must be flushed out. He urged policemen to be civil while discharging their official responsibilities. The Zone 5 AIG commended officers and men of the Edo State Police Command for their doggedness so far and sued for his sustenance. AIG Shola David also warned policemen to refrain from bribery, adding that any policeman caught in such nefarious activities will be disciplined.
One of the main reasons why I'm here, to encourage, to motivate us, and also to share with the experience, just like your CP said, I've gathered over these past 34, 45 years. So it is my pleasure to be here. We'll have the interview session. I'll encourage you. What the people out there expect of us is so huge, and we just have no, we must not be found wanting.
Earlier, the Edo State Commissioner of Police, Philip Ogbadu, assured the Zone 5 AIG of the command's renewed commitment to fight criminals to a standstill. He stated that police strike forces have been deployed to all parts of Edo State as extensive patrols have been put in place.
If you are a DPO in any state capital, you can't find it comfortable. So I want to thank him for his advice and more inclusiveness. This lecture is called purposely for the AIG to address us.
Top management team of the Zone 5 Police Headquarters accompanied the AIG to Edo State Police Command Headquarters. The outgoing AIG, there was a special valedictory speech he delivered at the Zone 5 Police Headquarters in Benin. And according to him, I hardly saw that as an emotion-laden valedictory speech. While he was talking, I could see tears in the eyes of some of the officers and men of the Zone 5 Police Headquarters, because actually that was his last speech, official last speech as a serving policeman. Possibly he may make more speeches, but not as a serving police officer, because that was actually his pulling out as a policeman, and then he actually got retired as AIG Zone 5 and then from the police force. So 1st of February 2021 was when he completed 35 years as a police officer. Let's have that quickly. AIG Shola David said the police force is an institution with dignity. He urged officers and men of the Zone 5 Police Headquarters in Benin City to ensure that they perform their duties with diligence. AIG Shola David told them that criminals must be pursued in line with police acts. He advised them to refrain from the temptation of allowing the political class to influence their decision while performing their duty.
As I look back over my years in this job, it is hard to escape the conclusion, with some very honorable exceptions, that politics and certain politicians have tended to make working life harder rather than easier. Back in 1986, when I joined the police force, we held strongly to the idea of operational independence from political control. The promise I made was to serve without fear or favor. But over time, the lines have tended to be blurred. But to the glory of God, I managed to beat the odds and kept the line straight.
The Zone 5 Assistant Inspector General of Police cautioned policemen to avoid acts that will dent their image and that of the police force. He commended officers and men of the Zone 5 Police Headquarters for the cooperation they received while in office in Benin City.
We need people of courage and compassion, people of heroic and humanitarian disposition, people of bravery, of determination, and that precious, old-fashioned attitude which we call duty consciousness. I want to plead with you to be upright, to be loyal, and also to be very honest. Don't allow pecuniary interest to override our sense of duty. I will not want to be specific here, but you know, no matter how long it takes, if you support a criminal, 10, 15 years down the line, when he is caught, what will he do? Mention your name. 10, 15 years down the line. The recent incident just happened somewhere in which some people were caught with ammunition, and you can see what was happening, or what is happening. So I want to please plead with you. Consider your families at home. Consider your children at home. Consider your aged parents if you are alive at home. Consider those people who depend on you, who depend on that little salary you collect every month. Do not engage in criminal activities or join hands with the hoodlums who we are supposed to deal with.
AIG Shola David, who finally took a bow from the police force, is a graduate of political science from the University of Ibadan. He also holds a postgraduate diploma in management from the Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. He was also Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations Department, Zone 9, and later Commissioner of Police Pensions Office before his promotion to the Office of the Assistant Inspector General of Police and deployed to Zone 5 Police Headquarters in Benin City. we want to join officers and men of the Zone 5 Police Headquarters in Benin to say congratulations to AIG Shola David MNI for that for his successful retirement. And AIG, sir, don't forget that most of your colleagues that started this job with you are no more. Some fell off and a lot of things happened. But for you to have completed 35 years in service and say goodbye, I think it's something worth celebrating. So when we are doing the final winding and unwinding and all of that, please remember to have us on board. I know that the officers and men of Zone 5 Police Headquarters, they told me that they are already making arrangements to have a very successful retirement party for the AIG. Of course, anyway, away from that now, let's go straight now to more serious situation here. This one has to do with some situations around Uronigbe in Edo State. Guess what happened? For those who have been following us on this program, you know that it's like series. The first stanza has to do with an attack of a man over this one borrow money, the other one did not borrow money, and then the man said that he was supposed to make a payment after they gave the sum of 180,000 naira, and thereafter he couldn't pay. So there was crisis somehow, and eventually the man who signed as Shorty's son now went down, and then the son was sick. Moment after that, the son died. So there was an attack on the residence of the man who joined to give out the loan, and then the man was killed and his house burnt. A moment after that, police went on investigation to actually ascertain what transpired, because the other party said, oh, we didn't burn the house, we are not responsible for the killing and all of that. But guess what happened? The other party now over the weekend had their own house set ablaze. The house was completely burnt, still in Origbe. So now both parties are currently at war. So police now are investigating a case of murder and arson in one part. They're also investigating a case of arson on the other part, because we only got the kind of letter, petition written by the Omorogbe family. We're talking of Festus Omorogbe now. So we capture this story quickly. Let's have it now.
On the 30th of December 2020, one Mr. Imwetian was allegedly murdered in Uronigbe and his house completely burnt. Trouble started when the said Imwetian was said to have been responsible for the death of a 19-year-old son of Mr. Festus Omorogbe through spiritual means. The said Festus Omorogbe and Mr. Imwetian had a disagreement over the loan Mr. Imwetian gave out, which Mr. Omorogbe signed as a guarantor. The situation led to a quarrel, following which the son of Mr. Omorogbe took ill and died. Some persons were said to have then invaded the residence of Mr. Imwetian, murdered him, and thereafter set the house ablaze. The police then commenced investigation. In the course of investigation, some angry persons then invaded the residence of Mr. Festus Omorogbe and set it ablaze. In a 2-paragraph petition written by the chambers of Olayiwola Afolabi Esquire, the Omorogbe family are calling on the police to arrest and prosecute those responsible for the arson. Kevin Happy and Joy Omorogbe said the attackers also stole some personal items from the house. So, madam, what brought you here?
My brother went away there.
Yes.
Now they don't go bomb my senior brother house for village, and my senior brother not there as where he pikin there. The day where he go buy blood come for them before he come, the pikin don't die. Now the area boys and the schoolmates now go burn the man house, now kill the man. Now they pursue my brother up and down.
Which will be your brother name?
Festus Omorogbe. They pursue up and down. Now I never see him. I never know where my brother dey. Now formation we can't hear now say they don't still go burn my brother house. Now say me I can't cry to the government, make they help me fight him.
Okay, so what do you want now?
I want to make the commissioner of police to arrest them.
Okay.
They help us to arrest them.
Okay. So, madam.
Let them help us now, see. Let them help us.
We can't help you, the final.
To locate those people. To locate the people.
When
go burn that house.
Okay, so what happened when they burn the house?
They fight them because my brother way no way. Now he made the fight come. Now schoolmates, now he come fight. My brother go where he want go buy blood. Before he come now he pick he die. Now schoolmates he come, they come they fight. My brother not there. The time when they do all that thing my brother not know why, not know too. Now they come, they burn my fine us, they go, they fire, carry police, they fine us, they come burn my brother house. My brother not there. I don't know where my brother dey now. Now I can't cry. Me to my government, make government help us.
So what do you actually want now?
I want make government help me. May help me find them. May my brother, may I foresee my brother. Since on the 29th, I never see my brother for her. I never know, but not they go. I don't know where he dey.
So who exactly you want me police arrest now?
The people who burn the house.
Okay, their name they this petition.
Yes.
So. The Edo State Police Public Relations Officer SP Chidi Wambuzo had earlier assured that the police will extensively investigate the incident.
Alright, just imagine that somebody who comes to work with you and you pay the person. They are called artisans. You know, for instance, like your mechanic, your electrician, and even your driver and some others who call them domestic workers. But this time around, a man engaged a bricklayer. They negotiated the money and all of that. So say, please come and work for me. Do you know that that same day the young man engaged the bricklayer was the same day the man was kidnapped? Now, from our investigation, they just said, oh, they heard him talking about money and all of that. So after the day's job, the man was paid. He returned back to organize some of his friends and kidnapped the man that same evening. Sad one. Let's hear that now, because the suspect, the principal suspect, was arrested by the police. Let's take that quickly.
The suspect, identified as Philemon Thomas, was contracted by a businessman to execute block molding business for him, and he requested to be paid the sum of 8,000 naira per day. He was said to have been given the contract in a site at Idunye village near Benin City. The suspect, who hailed from Adamawa State, had only done the first job when he started nursing the idea to kidnap the man who contracted him for the job. Reports revealed that the suspect allegedly mobilized 6 other gang members to carry out the kidnapping. At about 6:30 p.m. same day he did the job in the site, some armed men stormed the man's house and kidnapped him. Police investigation revealed that the armed kidnappers then led their victim into the forest where they demanded for ransom. The victim was quick to recognize the artisan when he was being led into the bush. During the ordeal, the man was able to escape from the kidnappers' den. Members of the vigilante and the police then combed the vicinity. The suspect, identified as Philemon Thomas, was arrested on the spot. The suspect narrates his level of involvement. What is your name?
Philemon Thomas.
Eh?
Philemon Thomas.
Where are you from?
I'm from Adamawa State.
How long have you been in Benin?
I stayed 3 years in Benin.
How many?
3 years.
3 years. Which work you they do?
I dey do bricklayer work. If rainy season don't come, I dey go bush, they go farm.
Okay, this man so want to kidnap. How you tell no?
How I take no and be say, if you want certain time like that, we are looking for work. We just dey waka our own for road. Now we just see I'm coming. You get one of my brother where they come Monday. So that one, now I know him before. Me, I don't know him before. So that one, he come tell that one say, Monday, come help me now. You want to do work for a house. Now that one come say, okay, where the work dey? Now he say, more go now. He go show him the house. So from there now, that my brother no even give interest before to go the work.
Which work you say be?
Now
Feeling, okay.
So now me come tell that my brother say, more go this work. Based on say we no get work what we dey do now. And if we sit down like this now, nobody go give us what we go eat. Now my brother come say, okay, more we dey go. So from there, we come waka go there. He go show us 3 trips of sand. As he show us 3 trips of sand, that sand now, according to how they take the pay, now 3,000 naira, now they take the pay that kind of one, because now 10 tire, almost RCC. Now he can say, you know, go fit pay like that. He say, you go pay 2,000 naira. Now we tell him, say, Oga, that money is too small, true to God. You can't say, okay, how much you want me to pay? And I will tell and say,
okay, leave her down. I still do the work.
We do the work.
I do the work. He pay now.
He pay us the money.
Okay, tell us the kidnapping.
Okay, that one is one guy where they call Yusuf. I mean, with that one arrange the kidnapping.
How not arrange?
That is, you know, saying that 2 days work we do for them. The first day when we go to work, we no talk that one. That is the second day as we that very day when we come back. Now me with that one see. As me with and see now, I can't tell and say, see how this thing go be.
What you tell him?
What be that? I can't tell and say, get one man like that. What you say, if you go fit, more get small change for your hand. At all.
Go on.
I tell her, say, more go see the man for house. So we plan to kidnap the man.
Yes.
As we plan to kidnap her now, we come, as we talk and finish.
How not take discuss on?
That is how we discuss her.
Yes. Go on.
So as we talk like that now, in the evening, where we come back from work, the man tell me, say, he get block sand when he say, I want mud for her. So that one now, in the evening when we come back from work, now I still go back there around that time, 8 o'clock. As I go back there around that time, 8 o'clock.
For evening?
For evening. Already, me and that Yusuf don't discuss before.
Say
we go kidnap the man for house.
Yes.
So from there now, as I go, make I go meet the man for house. I don't meet him for house. I go where he carry a small go drink. I can't go there, I go see him for there. As he see me now, he can say, my friend, you don't come? I tell him, say, yes, sir. He say, what happened now? I can tell him, say, okay, now about the tomorrow work, how we go take a ranger? He can tell me, say, his wife never come from bank. He send his wife go bank, but she never come back. So tomorrow, make I dey go. Tomorrow, he go let me know. So from there now, I move, come out for there. As I move, come out for there, that Yusuf want me with a plan. I don't know the time when he follow my back, carry boys, go there, go carry
the man when they kidnap, say in see you. That the one they kidnap the man. Where you did?
I don't know those people. Now only one person, that Yusuf. So.
Okay, you don't know people when you kidnap the man.
The rest people.
You don't know the rest people. Who you know among them?
Now only that Yusuf.
Only that Yusuf. How much now so now collect?
We don't talk amount of money.
Where now one carry and go before? They don't already carry the man. Where did they carry and go?
They send a power line, they won't carry and go.
Okay, now, why you go and arrange to kidnap somebody when you engage you to do work for him? Why?
I'm sorry for that, sir.
You're sorry for that. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Eh?
The condition why I do it.
The condition you do. I make you planner. Which kind of condition?
Condition is money no do.
Money?
This 3 years now, I never reach my family.
Okay, what do you be? Why use money to do?
My phone why I carry phone, they make I reach my family. I don't collect them from my hand.
Who collect them?
That one since 2 years ago. That one happened.
Okay, what you come make kidnapping matter enter your mind? Eh? This man so he hire you, make you come work for him. You see money for him. How you tell no say the man get money? Eh? Which village you for happen so?
Ugogun community.
Eh?
After the Ugogun,
Yeah.
the second community.
What is the name?
Ugogun.
Eh?
Ugogun community.
Ogun. So how you feel now as a catch?
I feel bad, sir.
Eh?
I feel bad.
I'm feeling bad.
Yes, sir.
The police has now launched an intensive manhunt to arrest other fleeing members of the gang. All right, welcome back there now. Something to learn here, because this program is a security program, it's a crime program. Apart from the fact that we showcase arrest and all of that, but something to learn, why we deliver this program. Now, those who read literature will understand that during the examination, they will just the lecturer or the teacher will come up to say, oh, read paragraph so or paragraph 3 or paragraph 5, and then give us a review, something to learn in that paragraph. For us on this program, we have something to learn today as far as that suspect is concerned. In the interview, he opened up to say that he heard the man saying that he has sent the wife bank to go and bring money. So, do you go to bank to bring paper or what? So, automatically, having heard that the man sent the wife to go to the bank, then their impression is, oh, this woman is coming back with big money. And that same day was when they kidnapped the man. So, this something to learn here now. What you have learned here now is that if you are talking, when you have your artisans around, you are talking about finances and all of that private life, try as much as possible not to allow them hear your conversation, or don't even open up to them at all. So why would the man say, I've sent my wife to go to the bank? And according to what we gathered, that was the reason behind the kidnapping, apart from the fact that he was arrested. But you can imagine the trauma the young man must have gone through. I'm talking of the kidnapped victim now. Just imagine the trauma he went through in the process. Away from that now, we have this other story. But before that, this one too has to do with artisan. But before we have that story, we have this story of a missing person. This one came in all the way from Uhun community around the Ubawa, where a 37-year-old man, Edewonyi Omokaro, was declared missing. Edewonyi Omokaro was last seen on Sunday, 24th of January 2021. That is what we gathered here now. And then he was seen at about 8 p.m. In the Uhun community. He is dark in complexion and from Uhun, to be precise. I think we should have that Edewonyi's, that's Edewonyi now. According to the information we have here, he is 6 feet tall, speak English and Edo languages fluently. Anyone with useful information or the whereabouts of Edewonyi Omokaro is expected to contact the nearest police station or call police control room number 080 77 77 3721 or reach any Uhun leader on 080 530 28 7001. We take that quickly. A 37-year-old man, Edewonyi Omokaro, has been declared missing in Uhun. He was last seen on the 24th of January 2021 at about 8 p.m. He is dark in complexion and from Uhun. He is 6 feet tall, speak English and Edo languages fluently. Anyone with useful information of his whereabouts should contact the nearest police station or call police number on 080 77 77 3721 or reach any Uhun leader on 080 530 28 7001 or 080 560 19935. That's the information we hardly have there. Yes, thank you there. Away from that now, we'd like to go straight now to one of our stories here today. And this one has to do with a car theft. This man hardly happens to be a spray painter. He would like to change the color of vehicle from one color to another. But this time he was engaged by the owner of the spraying company, but he returned back on a Sunday and stole a Lexus 350 Jeep, drove it all the way to Port Harcourt, from Port Harcourt to Enugu, and then got a buyer. They changed the number and a lot of things happened. But this time he was tracked all the way from Benin to Enugu State, arrested, and the car was recovered. Kudos there to the office of the anti-kidnapping squad for this beautiful outing. Let's have that story quickly. The two suspects were identified as John Andrew, 40 years old, and Okide Emmanuel, 53 years. One of the suspects, John Andrew, works in a car spraying company at Owina Street in Benin City, Edo State. He was said to have been employed by the owner of the company 6 months ago, unknown to him that he has been targeting one of the flashing vehicles belonging to the customer. On a Sunday, the said John came to the spraying company and stole a Lexus 350 Jeep that was brought by one of their customers. The car was reportedly driven from Benin City to Port Harcourt in Rivers State, where it was handed over to Okide Emmanuel. The said Okide Emmanuel, who was due to sell the car, then drove it to Enugu State, where a buyer was on standby. Using high technical intelligence, the police arrested the two suspects in Port Harcourt. The owner of the car spraying company said he was arrested by the owner of the car that was stolen.
After some months now, he came to work. He came to work on Saturday. On Sunday, he said he would come and finish the work. So we now opened up for him to finish. And he planned, I didn't know he was having another intention. He took away Lexus 350 Jeep 2013.
From the workshop?
From the workshop.
What else again?
My material, chemical, body filler.
Okay, it's a spray painting company.
Yes.
The two suspects said they wanted to sell the car to raise money in Port Harcourt. What's your name?
My name is John Handel.
Huh?
John Handel.
Where are you from?
I'm from Benue State.
Benue. How long have you been in Benin?
I just came to Benin September.
September?
2020.
Okay. Did you learn the job?
No, I'm not learning again. I came to work.
You came to work. Okay, but you don't first sabi do spray painting?
Yes.
Of cars?
I know the job.
Okay, how long you don't deal with this company, this man? So?
It's just 5 months.
5 months. Okay, how did you steal the vehicle and all those things from the company?
I came to work. He gave me extra work to do.
Yes.
We were doing Christmas period.
Yes.
So as I was doing the job, now called my organ on phone.
Yes.
So now discuss.
That, what did you discuss?
We discussed that I will move the car down to Port Harcourt.
Yes.
Now move the car down to Port Harcourt.
Yes.
So the next day, now move it down to Village.
Why did you do that? Eh? You just stole the car.
Mistake, yes.
Eh?
Mistake.
Mistake. So how did the car now get to Enugu?
We drove the car to Enugu.
How many of you?
Both of us.
Okay, 2 of you. Eh?
Yes.
Okay. When you got to Port Harcourt, how many days did the car spend in Port Harcourt?
Because we came there the next day.
Who is in Enugu that made you to take the car to Enugu?
So we went and parked the car in this village.
Okay, that's it. Are you from Enugu?
Yes.
Okay, that's where they came to hide the car. Okay. So how much were you about to sell the car?
No, we have not just parked it there.
Okay, to park it first.
Yes.
Okay. Was the owner of the workshop not good to you?
No, the man was very good, very kind.
Yeah, why did you steal car? His car, why? Eh? Why?
So I've already done it's a mistake.
It's a mistake. So where were you arrested?
I was arrested in
Eh?
Port Harcourt. I was arrested in Port Harcourt.
In Port Harcourt. Okay. What's your name?
Manuel.
Manuel what?
Okide.
Okay, where are you from?
From Enugu.
From Enugu.
Yes.
Okay. How did you and this man plan to steal the car?
He get one day, he called me for phone.
Mm.
Let me say, get motorway one carry, come down.
Mm.
At that time, I know say they work for Benin because
Yes.
all of us they Port Harcourt.
Yes.
I said, how will manage, how will fit carry the car, come Port Harcourt? He say, no, how you take carry. Say, you find police escort. To carry the motor come. I say, okay. And then, that Sunday,
But he knows he wants to the motor. Eh?
yes.
Okay. Go on.
Then on Sunday, they call me, make I come up with the say the day road they come.
For Rivers.
River State.
Yes.
And they come meet me. Then the policeman was escorted him to come. We drop the man for
Okay, wait. That police, so you tell and say you thief the motor. What do you tell the police?
I tell him, say, this man buy the motor.
Okay, you say this man buy the motor.
Yes.
You want to go give him. Okay, that police, you know her before?
I know.
Are your friend? Okay. So, go on.
I just only come and I reach you because after I don't drop you drop the man, the policeman, then from there, you go to my house.
Yes.
You park the motor. The next day, all of us travel to my place.
Now come park the motor for Enugu. Okay, but I'm not going to use and travel.
Say he carry motor come Port Harcourt. From Port Harcourt, you go Enugu now.
To Enugu,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
The next day.
Yes. Okay, how not come to the pass road? Because they say they never registered the motor. I don't see police for road.
No, they get number where they.
Okay.
As they carry motor come, I see number where they the motor.
Okay, now they say you Congo they try to register that motor. Tell us that one.
As the motor go reach our village.
Yes.
Asami.
Yes.
Tell me say this number, no be the motor
Number.
So
So
the new motor say never register am.
so where you can see paper when you be want to register or when you to register?
You get paper where you bring inside that motor.
Yes.
Asami better no be the same.
How you can't arrange them?
I know this is say get person wey go do am for Port Harcourt for am.
Okay.
Understand me? As they come back to Port Harcourt, then he said the people that person travel, he never come back for Christmas.
You be done quickly register am. You be done which number you can put?
Then I call one of my brother wife. When he work for that office, he said get motor where my boy bring. Say he want to register am. I said I call him say he said I can register am with my name.
How much you can't register
I paid 28,000.
to register the car? Which you now want use the car till they do?
Your maker, if you register, if you sell them, understand me, you will find me money.
Okay. So if you sell it, he will find you money. So where police for come catch you?
Port Harcourt.
Port Harcourt. How you feel? How you feel?
I feel bad.
You? Huh? Feel bad. But you know, say you be one put you know that was sure for trouble. Huh? They be don't arrest the man. Huh?
I don't know. I don't have trouble now. But
You say?
I said I trouble now, but so.
Now trouble you put on so.
The police is expected to charge the two suspects to court upon completion of investigation. Forget that this program, Crime Watch Reloaded, is still up for sponsorship, and of course, you can advertise any of your goods and services on this program. So, what we are into here is to showcase major crime reports from the South and other parts of the country, and then don't forget to that you can also place any kind of advert here at a very moderate price. Because the program is still Crime Watch Reloaded. You can join us on this program every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. And then you can click on to Go TV channel 104. And then for those who are unable to watch it on television at all, don't just bother. Just get on your phone. All you need to do is just go straight to the YouTube session, click the YouTube, and then just type Crime Watch Reloaded with Festus Alenkhe. So all our past and present editions of this program will just be at your doorstep. So even if you don't have the television there, anytime from now the program will be uploaded into the YouTube. So you have opportunity of watching the present and past editions of the Crime Watch Reloaded. Let's have this program same time, same station next week. Of course, you know that by next week we have a special report we're going to be showcasing. This one has to do with the attack of a very prominent businessman in Benin, and then his manager was shot and his own car was snatched. Guess what happened? He just got a phone call to say, because the man happens to be a car dealer, he got a phone call for some youth loans to say, oh, okay, one buy car. They agreed for about 7.5 million, and they asked the man to bring the car to Way, very close to First Bank, that he was going to go into the bank to bring the money. Guess what? He didn't even enter any bank again. As the manager drove the car to him for payment, he just brought out a gun, kidnapped the manager, and took the car away. Eventually, they took the young man somewhere, got him shot, but luckily he didn't die. And the moment after that, they drove the car to Uromi, from Uromi to Abuja. But at the point of sales, something happened. They were arrested by men of the Edo State Police Command. Ali, that job was done by a section of the Edo State Police Command here in Benin. So our next edition, it will be number 1. Don't mind, because we will ensure that we interview the suspects who have been arrested by men of the Edo State Police Command. Let's have this program same time, same station next week. I'd like to say thanks today to all those who have made this program very possible. I must quickly say thank you to Ikmonwosa Ayewo for being behind the buttons. Of course, I must say thank you to Sylvester Okwedo, Christopher Ahime. You have also been very wonderful. I can spot Blessing Iyamu there, and then Frank Ayewo is already with me here in the studio. Thank you. program will be back again, same time, same station next week. Festus Alenkhe is my name.